The Unchosen. They looked proud that day, my parents. Matching smiles, matching medals on their children. But when the university official announced both our names, mine and hers, I saw it. The flicker. A flash of panic in my mother's eyes. My father's hand tightening, then releasing, as if bracing for something only they knew was coming. The applause blurred into static. My sister grinned at them, radiant, weightless. And I stood beside her, my throat hollowing into silence. They had paid her tuition, every cent, every semester. Mine? Loans, part-time jobs, nights cleaning offices that smelled of other people's success. She deserved it, my mother once said. You didn't. No reason, no explanation, just a verdict. But that day, our graduation day, they looked terrified, and I intended to know why. It started with the letter. Folded into my graduation folder, slipped between certificates and congratulations. No signature, just 4 words, printed in unfamiliar ink. Ask about your father. At first I laughed, a hollow, sharp sound that didn't belong to me. Then the thought took root. Rot spreads quietly. At dinner that night, the air was thick with their pride. My sister twirled her wine, glowing under their gaze. I stayed silent, chewing each word before it could escape. When my father raised his glass, his voice trembled, a sound I'd never heard before. "To my daughters," he said. Then his eyes slid toward me. "To the one who never needed help." Something inside me fractured. Not from pain, from understanding. I began to observe. Small things at first. Old photos. My mother's reluctance to look at me in childhood pictures. My father's hand lingering too long on my sister's shoulder. At night, I replayed moments I had long forgotten. The scholarships that mysteriously fell through. The constant, "we can't afford it," followed by her new piano, her trips, her designer clothes. The way he looked at her as if she were something he had made. Suspicion is a slow poison. It doesn't kill you. It teaches you how to live differently, how to move like a shadow, how to ask questions without words. I ordered a DNA kit. One for me, one for him. He laughed when I suggested it. "Why would you want to do that?" I shrugged, curiosity. He never mailed his, so I took his toothbrush. Cold strategy is just grief wearing armor. 3 weeks. That's how long it took. 3 weeks of pretending, smiling during family dinners, congratulating my sister on her job offer in Paris, listening to my parents discuss her bright future as if mine had already passed. 3 weeks of quiet rage cooling into clarity. Then the envelope came. White, unassuming, like a death certificate. I opened it alone. The results stared back. Probability of paternity, 0%. No errors, no doubts. I felt nothing at first, not anger, not sorrow, just stillness. It made sense now, why I was the one they taught to survive, not to thrive. Why love had always been rationed, conditional, efficient. Because I wasn't his. I was a mistake they kept out of obligation. An echo of a secret my mother thought would stay buried. That night, I visited her. She was in the garden, trimming roses. The same roses she always told me not to touch. "Do you remember when I asked why you paid for her college and not mine?" My voice was steady, measured. She froze. "This again?" I stepped closer. I know why now. Her shears slipped from her hand. A faint tremor ran through her wrist. "What did you do?" I asked quietly. "Not what happened. What did you do?" She didn't answer, just turned her face away, as if the air itself had turned sharp. Then, barely audible, "It was before I met him." Her voice cracked. "You were, before." The word hung there, a preface, a footnote. Before. I stared at her. The truth didn't burn, it froze. Does he know? She nodded once. Tears trembled but didn't fall. And my sister? A pause. Then, he doesn't know she's yours. The world tilted. Her, my sister. She wasn't his either. She was hers, her daughter, not ours, not mine. They had switched stories, identities, so seamlessly that even blood had learned to lie. My sister got the father I never had, and I carried the silence she never earned. I didn't confront him, not yet. I wanted him to face the truth in public, where masks could not protect him.